Good day, wherever you are around the world, and everybody that has found one way or the other to come and check out this video about how to work on Scribie with your phone. Yeah, it wasn't really easy finding out all of this, but over the course of working online, trying to make out 1 or 2 minutes to earn money, and that notion where they say for you to be able to work on Scribie or work in majority of the transcription sites, you need a laptop. However, there are so many people who are willing to work, but then they don't have a laptop. So this whole video is just all about how you can maneuver your way on how to be able to work on Scribie. I intend it to be very long because I want to take my time, you understand, and put in so many values into the video. So you just have to be patient and just go with me. And sometimes I might talk slow, sometimes I might talk fast, you understand. So just bear with me and just go. At the end of the day, you get the value from this video, and you're able to at least start making use of whatever you learn from this video. You definitely will not leave this video without getting what you came for. So today what I'll be focusing on is how to work on Scribie with your phone, and this is also possible for so many other transcription sites, but today I'll be focusing on Scribie because it's kind of this transcription site that is hiring new transcribers currently. So for you to be able to work on Scribie, the major thing you need are about 4 apps. So, but please don't get scared that I'm saying 4 apps, so that you don't start feeling like, okay, there are 4 apps. What will I be using? How would I be able to use 4 apps? It's too much, all this kind of stuff. No. You don't need the 4 apps altogether, such that it won't have to slow your phone. You only just need the 4 apps in order. Like if you use this one, after you're done using this one, you can close it, then open the other one. After you're done using the other one, you close it. Then like you just go from one to the other. But once you're done with this other one, you close it and go to the next one, just like that. So the first app, the 4 apps that you really need for you to be able to work on Scribie are a Kiwi browser. I'll show you here on my phone, because I work on my phone on Scribie. It's not a new thing. You need a Kiwi browser that looks like this. That's a Kiwi browser. You need an Otter.ai app. The reason why you need the app and not the website is because if you do on the website, sometimes that website misbehaves. I've used that website a lot of time, and I've seen how that website misbehaves sometimes. So, but I've always used the Otter.ai app, and it has never failed me. You understand? So you can always make use of the Otter.ai app, and you will never have issues. As far as the audio is okay, you'll never ever have issues with your Otter.ai app. So instead of going to putting your audio on a Chrome browser, that's the website version, and doing your transcription, it's better for you to get the app. You understand? Do it on the app and get your transcripts from the app. So that's the second app you'll be needing for this. That's the second app you'll be needing for this, in order to. That's the second app you'll be needing in order to work on Scribie with your phone. Then the third app you'll be needing is a transcriber player. This transcriber player is one. It's a blessing. Like this transcriber player it's not like a regular player that you use in playing song. It's special because it floats, and by virtue of floating means it's able to stay above every other thing you have on your phone. That's to say, if you open maybe an app already, this player has the ability to stay above that your already existing app, and that is why it's extremely important compared to any other player that we need. Now that is why we're able to even use it in the very first place. So you need the transcriber player. Let me bring out the whole name so that you can see it. Transcriber player. But once you are going for, just make sure you are typing transcriber player on Google Play Store. You get it. So transcriber player, that's the whole name. So still continuing, the last app you will need is a Firefox browser. A Firefox browser, the major reason you need a Firefox browser is because a Firefox browser lets you open the Scribie site in the most perfect way. If you use a Chrome browser and you use the beta version of the Scribie, sometimes you'll be having difficulties with typing, and even if you type properly, your work might not auto-save. But I can confirm, okay, at least for my own confirmation, I can confirm that when you use a Firefox browser and you work on Scribie using the beta version, your work will automatically auto-save. You understand? So I can vouch for a Firefox browser. Then 2, the Firefox browser is able to fold the Scribie site, the Scribie mobile site, into the best shape, such that once it lets you type, some other browsers will start freezing. Some parts of the site will be cut off. You understand? And if you try to zoom, it will just be displaced. But the Firefox browser is able to compress the Scribie site into a portable, like it's able to compress it perfectly, just like your system does. You understand? So that's why you need a Firefox browser. So I've listed the 4 apps I would need to be able to work on Scribie with our phone. You understand? But then I think I would like to give a rundown on these 4 apps and see why they are the way they are. So starting with the Kiwi browser. The major aim of the Kiwi browser is for you to be able to extract your audio from the Scribie site. If you want to run your transcript on Otter.ai, you need to get the raw audio and put it on the Otter.ai site. So what a a Kiwi browser does for you is that it helps us extract that audio now from the Scribie site. Then we are able to have that audio in MP3, and from there we'll be able to take it to Otter.ai to upload it on Otter.ai, then get our transcript. But it doesn't just work like that. There's another thing behind it, and that is called an extension. So the reason we're choosing this browser is because this is the only browser that there's another browser. I think it's a Yandex browser, but I opted for the Kiwi browser. It's just like a Chrome browser, but it's kind of not exactly a Chrome browser, or should I say it's better than a Chrome browser because it allows you to add an extension. A Chrome browser will not let you add an extension, but a Kiwi browser will let you add an extension. So this Chrome browser helps us add the audio downloader extension that helps us extract the audio from Scribie site into MP3 format, saves to our phone. Then from there, we'll take it to Otter.ai, then transcribe it. So I will show you how to add the extension to your Kiwi browser. So the name of the extension that we are talking about here is a new extension I found. But for the sake of you not having a situation where it won't work, I would recommend you have all of this extension. They don't take any space on your phone, my homie. They just take very little space. So all of these extensions you can see on my phone now are extensions that I've been using to extract audio from Scribie sites. But the only problem is that sometimes some will work, sometimes will not work, some will not work. So that's why you need to have all of them, so that there will never be a time that it will fail. I don't know if you get me. So it will always work, you understand? But the most perfect one that I've seen of recent now has been this one, the media.save downloader. So I will show you how to add it to your Kiwi browser so that you can be able to use it. And I'll also show you how to add every other extension to your Kiwi browser. It's not like the other way when you go to the extension store, to the Google Chrome extension store. You don't need to go to the Google Chrome extension, because if you go to the Google Chrome extension store, it's going to play tricks on you. It's definitely going to play tricks on you. So all you really need to do is to type the name raw directly on your phone. Just type media save extension, then search it. So once it comes out, this is it, media save extension for free. This is it. If you go on the extension on the Google extension store and you go and search for this, you see it, but it will be impossible for you to add it to your Kiwi browser. So that will be a total waste of time. So make sure you search for it directly on your browser, and it will pop up like this. So once it pops up like this, just click on it, then it will load up and take us to the Chrome extension store still. But then it's better you go through your browser, because there's a different interface. I wouldn't want to go on that story, you understand? But just do what you are seeing now. You see, for my own, I'm only showing remove from Chrome because I already have it installed. But for your own, you'll be having it as add to Chrome. So you just click on add to Chrome, and some little pops up will show up. They just okay those pops up, and you are good to go. So immediately it's added to your Kiwi browser. If you just check here, go down and check here, you see it just after this exit button. Just after the exit button, you see all of your added extensions just after the exit button. Now another one you need again, another one that is highly recommended again is this one, video audio downloader. So still the same way too, you go back on your search, on your Google search, just type audio video extension, audio video downloader, video loader extension. So you click on it. So likewise the same way, this is not it, but this is it now. So likewise the same way, you click on it and just wait for it to load. It will take you to the Google extension store, and from there you add it to your Kiwi browser, and this is what is going to help you extract your audio. So but the most recommended one is that media save. It's the most recommended one. So like I said before, just mine is showing remove Chrome, but yours will show add to Chrome. So you click on it, and then some kind of things will pop up. You okay everything, you are good to go. So that's just all you need in order to extract the audio from the Scribie site. You understand? So that's that. Then the next thing we need to do now is that how to obtain the Kiwi browser. So of recent, I noticed that if you go on Google Play Store to download the Kiwi browser, they give you a recent Kiwi browser, that is an updated Kiwi browser that's unable to add an extension to a Play Store. So in order for you to get your Kiwi browser, I'm advising you now that you shouldn't get your Kiwi browser from the Google Play Store, but you should get your Kiwi browser from an APK store. That's to say, in order to download your Kiwi browser, you should come here. Add Kiwi browser. Just add Kiwi browser here. Kiwi browser APK, and go and download a 2021 version, because still on this APK store, the recent one they have is still the one that is on Chrome right now, on a Google Play Store right now. So once you get here to the site like this, go and search for the older version, for previous version. Go to the previous version and go and download a 2021 version like this one. This one is a 2022 version, and it's the most recent one that is still on the Google Play Store, and you don't want that one, because what I noticed is that of recent it was impossible for me to add the extension to it. So you go and search for the previous version. You see previous versions now. All these are previous versions. So just look for any 2021 version like this August one. You can choose from any of these versions you are seeing here and just download and use. It is not only on this APK store. There are so many other APK stores that you can get from. But what I'm trying to say is that don't download the recent version. Download an old version. That's what you need. So we are done with that on how to get your Kiwi browser. So the next one is on how to get your Otter.ai browser, your Otter.ai app. So that you can easily find on your Google Play Store. Sorry. So you go on your Google Play Store and you click on your Otter.ai app. So for people that are already on the transcription line, everybody knows what Otter.ai, what Otter does for you as a transcriber. So just because to help you save time and at least work fast, you need to get your audio get your audio and put it on Otter.ai. Then it helps you transcribe the audio into typed format. So you can get your Otter.ai here. If you see, my own is showing me updated, or you can just click on it and install, and you'll be good to go. That's just what you need for Otter.ai. So the next thing now that I'll be needing now, so I'll open up my Otter.ai app so that you see it. I'm having free trials. So I guess everybody knows how to continuously get more free trials on Otter.ai. I wouldn't want to put that here, say that here, but you can go about finding out how to get multiple free imports. Like you can get multiple free imports and keep on transcribing on Otter.ai, but I wouldn't put that here. So you can say I have free trials here now, and this is my Otter.ai app. So let's go to the next one now. Is the transcriber player. So the purpose of, like I said before, the purpose of this transcriber player is that it doesn't work like your regular player that plays. Like we use a play it player, and I'll show something here. What a play it player does is that now a play it player lets you play your audio just on the app. You understand? Just on the app. So go to music. Play player just help you play your audio just on the app, and there's nothing you can do apart from playing. Nothing you can do. You can't take the song out of here. Let me assume the song is still playing now. So the song is playing now. I can see the song here, but if you are to be working on a file and you are going up and down, you can't even go back. You can't go forward. You can't fast forward and you can't slow down something to hear it properly. And that's the disadvantage of your regular player. And that's why you need a transcriber player. What a transcriber player does is that it's able to stay afloat above every other thing you have on your screen now. So I will show an example so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. So if I click on my transcriber player now, it's going to show me this interface. It's going to show me this interface. I'm coming. Let it just free up. Give it some time for it to load up. Now I'm going to play that same song now. Assuming that song is a file you're working on, I'll choose that song now, and you'll see how I'll be able to maneuver that song. But the control will be right in front of me. Okay, let me use this one. Okay. So as you can see now, I've clicked a file. Now, I'm going to play the file, right? But watch the magic now. I'm going to click on this part of my app now. This button on my app, and you see something will pop up. Something is going to pop up now. Watch. So this pop-up is able to float above the player. Just anywhere above the player. This pop-up will show up. We should be able to float above the player. Then I can transcribe I can control fast forward, slow, and do everything I want to do with that song, which is assumed to be a file now. Do it on the player, and it will be right in front of me. You understand? That's just the importance of this player now. So the only disadvantage of it is that you have a big advert on the screen there, which might obstruct you for some time, but that shouldn't be a problem. Like, you see the advert now, so I'll click on it again, and you see it here. So if I should choose a file, let's choose a file. So this is the file now. So I play here. I pause the file, then I minimize. You see, notice that on minimizing, I still have this one here. Mind you, that other one that you minimize, you won't cancel it for any reason. Just leave it on the background, but have this one right in front of you. So you can see that every other thing on my phone now is here, is showing, but then this player is still right here in front of me. So I'm able to play this song, lower the volume of the lower the speed of the song, increase the speed of the song, fast forward the song, do everything with the song, do anything I wish to do with the song, but it will still be floating right in front of me. So this is kind of the most major trick in working with your phone. You understand? Like, it's the biggest trick in working with your phone. It's the biggest hack. You understand? The most important point. I think after this one comes the Kiwi browser. So I'll play the song again. Now that's the song. So I will reduce the speed with this, and this for controlling the speed. That's for controlling the speed. Yeah, this is for go backward. This is to fast forward. This is also to go backward, but at a lower seconds. This is also to go forward, but at a lower seconds. Then finally, this is to minimize it, because as you're working like this, sometimes it might be too big on your screen. I want to just go and check something up. You just have to minimize it a little bit and go and do your stuff. Then when you're back, you put it right in front of your screen again. You are just tapping. So I will run a sample and you see exactly what I mean. So let me take this off my screen. So taking this off my screen now, I'm going to tap on that minimize button now and see what happens. You see, it has turned to this little ball you're seeing here. That's this little ball now. So if I tap on that little ball again now, it's going to expand. So that's just it. Then once I'm playing the speed now, let me reduce the speed. I'm tapping on the speed. You see, I reduce the speed now. It's now. So I can fast forward the speed. Let me fast forward this. I'm tapping on the plus now. So that's it now. Then I'll take it back. 100% is normal. So I'll fast forward now. That's fast forward. Now I'll back forward. You see the magic now. Then I'll fast forward again, but at a lower pace. Then I'll backward now, but at a lower pace too. So this is just how like, it's the most useful app in order for you to work with your phone. So it's kind of the most dearest app that you can find in working, in transcribing, or doing anything, because it's just right in front of you. So as if I have it here floating on my screen, I can open my browser, whichever browser I want to open. I can open whichever browser I want to open and do whatever I want to do on that browser while it is still open. It doesn't affect anything. It's able it's available it's easy for you to move around, hide, or do anything, minimize, increase volume, do everything. You understand? So just see how my browser is opening on the background, not affecting what I'm doing. You understand? So that's it. So I'll make it invisible by tapping on this eye, this cancelled eye. I'll make it invisible by tapping on this cancelled eye. On this cancelled eye. That's what I'm going to tap on. No, this should work for me. Okay, so I'm tapping on this invisible eye, on this eye, to make it invisible. So that's off my screen. So now the last thing we need now is a Firefox browser. So as I said before, we need a Firefox browser because it helps fold the Scribie site into the perfect shape for you to be able to work. So I think I'll run, I don't know if there's tags on Scribie now, but I'll just run a sample on that so that you see exactly what I'm saying. So I'll go on Scribie now. I'll go on Scribie right now, and hopefully there's a task. So if there's a task, I'll choose on the task, then I'll open the task up so that you see exactly what I'm saying. So going on Scribie now. So I'm on Scribie now. Then I'll go tap on transcription. Hopefully I see file so to show this. so there's no file, so it won't work. But then just keep that in mind. So lastly, actually something just came to my mind now. You need one more app, and this is also a very useful app. This app works just like our transcriber player, but the purpose of this player is that, you know, if you are working in a transcription, if you are working on a file, there's need for you to check some details. You know, you have to do your research. You have to be sure of what you don't hear properly or what you are not too sure of. You have to go and do your research. But then now, you can't, if you are using your phone to work, you can't be opening tabs up and down. Like, you can't be going from this tab to another. It's risky, because if you are working on a task and you are going from one tab to another, you might just end up canceling that tab you're working on, and you have to go through the process of signing in again and doing everything again, just so you can work, you can continue your work. Understand? So to avoid any of that, we have the floating player. Let me minimize and show you. This is the floating player. You can get it on Google Play Store also. Floating player just helps you float a browser. That's to say, a browser that floats. So you can easily click on it on the side and bring it to your front. Then from there, you can easily click on it, maximize it, then do your research, then minimize it, and go back to working on Scribie instead. So this is it. This is your floating app. It has multiple apps in it. That's why it's very priceless. I extremely love it. So I'll click on it now, then it will open up. Okay, it has opened up. Now immediately it opens up. It brings out this little stuff here. So it's this little stuff that I'm going to click on. So I'll click on that little stuff now, and it's going to expand. Once that little stuff expands, now I'll search around and I look for a browser. So I click on my browser. See that my browser now is going to pop up. And when my browser pops up, my browser is still floating just like my transcriber player, so that I can easily minimize it by clicking on this button. I can easily minimize it by clicking on this center button. Minimize it and click on this center by clicking on this center button. This center button, I can easily minimize by clicking on that center button. Then I can copy and paste on it. For you to copy and paste, it doesn't have a direct copy and paste button. So if you want to copy and paste, you make use of this copy and paste that is here. Make use of this copy and paste, that dedicated copy and paste that's on the side. So if you copy something from any page, for you to paste it on it, you have to use this paste that's here. You understand? That's what you need to use. So from here now, you can see that I can have my browser here, and I can go behind and open my Chrome browser, such that two browsers will be open at the same time, and they're not interfering with each other. Why? Because this one is floating. So like what I'm saying now, the Scribie site is going to open up now, and I'm having my browser in front of me, so that if I have anything I need to research, anything I need to check or confirm anything, I can easily come here, put a tab, open my keyboard up, I just type, maybe I want to check happy, or let me say I want to check the meaning of UHROS. I easily search for it. So I search for the UHROS. Immediately I confirm the UHROS. I know exactly what I want for my UHROS. I easily click on that minimize button, and I'll go. It will turn to this ball you are seeing here. This ball you are seeing here, and I can be able to continue. So those are the 5 apps you need. Initially I said it was 4, but in the course of everything I found out that it was 5. So I will show you something else again, just to make sure that I've touched everywhere I need to touch. I will copy something from Scribie now. This is Scribie site. Copy something. When I open up my browser and I tap here, you see here the paste and go. This is where the paste and go comes from. Or you can use this paste too. This paste. So paste and go. You understand? Or it goes automatically word. Then, or I can use this paste now. What I'm trying to tell you in essence is that your normal paste that pops up in your phone won't work here. You have to make use of their dedicated paste. So be conscious of that. So if I want to paste the same thing now, I click on this, I click on here, click on here to open up more menu. Click on here to open up more menu. Then let me go back. Then I paste. This is giving me a little of time. Yeah, like everything. Let me paste it and go. Okay, paste. Using this paste button that's here now. I'm tapping on the paste. You see it has been pasted. So that's it for this part 1 of this video. This is almost how many minutes? 30 minutes now. So I'll end this video here, and there'll be part 2 where I'll practically use everything that I've said now to work to do a job on Scribie.com for you to see. But I can't just start doing the job on Scribie. It will confuse you. So I need to give a background intro on all the apps I'm going to use. Then I'm going to start working on Scribie. Thank you very much. See you in part 2 video. Goodbye.